Howdy, 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 howdy. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Brodes. Welcome back to the channel for another video, and your eyes do not deceive you. So yes, I did recreate Shattered Vale in BO3, kind of. For anyone who's been sort of following the progression of the channel here, if you guys followed the work I did on Liberty Town, that was a mashup of Town and Liberty Falls. This sort of follows the same premise or the same concept. So this is actually a Shattered Vale version of a reimagining of Nacht This. So I started this project a little while back. It was a little around the time I was sort of in development with Liberty Town earlier on. I just sort of really got into that mindset of sort of trying up different styles here. And I just thought, you know, it might be cool to see, you know, Nacht in a state that was not like a bunker aesthetic, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I just thought I'd sort of combine the two, and yeah, I think so far it's been turning out really good. Just a quick disclaimer, this map is not currently ready, so it is still in progress, and it is actually intended to be released as part of my Milestone Map series. So for those of you who aren't aware of that, it's basically as the YouTube channel continues to grow in its sub count, I'll be releasing certain small survival maps as a sort of thank you to you guys for the support there. So I haven't yet got a milestone in mind for this one. I've got to make sure that the map is finished before I actually sort of announce that formally. But I do actually have a couple of maps that are intended to come out before this one here. So the next one that's on the agenda at this point in time is called Clubhouse. I did a little bit of a playthrough on that one a couple weeks back, so if you guys want to go check it out, by all means feel free to. But that one will be releasing at 2,000 subs. I then have another map planned for the 3,000 sub milestone, and then this one might be potentially the 4 or the 5k sub milestone. But again, take that with a grain of salt, because I will be announcing that formally once the map is ready to go. Gonna buy this Diamati here. But yeah, it's nothing overly special. It is, again, just a survival map here, so it just adds a little bit more flavor with respect to, I guess, progression, because Nacht is a very bare bones map as it stands, and, you know, that is part of the charm of it. So in this case here, you know, obviously on the theme of Shattered Vale, we are using Kyle's BO6 overhaul implementation into the map. So this comes built in this instance, and that is obviously going to allow us things like weapon rarity progression, as well as we do have like the wonder fees and whatnot. And I am in the process of figuring out whether I'm going to add Pack-a-Punch or not, which I probably will. I'll probably add just like a very little quest to unlock it, just so that way it does give a little bit more longevity to Nacht as a whole. The map also does have some special rounds and whatnot as well, so we will sort of discuss that a little bit further as we get to it. But yeah, as you can see, so it does definitely still sort of maintain the general sort of flow and feel of Nacht. So just in terms of areas that you can sort of navigate through, and, you know, what objects are jutting out and stuff like that. It's just more the structural changes. So like up here, as an instance, this is a balcony, as opposed to just sort of like I guess a roof. So I've just opened up that top area there. This is getting, oh my god, this is getting spicy already. I've underestimated this. But you know what? It wouldn't be an ItsBrodes video if I wasn't going down by the first 5 rounds. We're just keeping in theme with the tradition here. All right, I'm gonna go grab Quick Revive once again, and I'm gonna actually move on into the next room here. Let's open up you. Beautiful. So I've just sort of converted this area into sort of like I guess somewhat of a study / war room, if you would. So that is the general theme of this room here, but everything otherwise is the same. Ooh, got the grab here early on. Very nice. Love the grab. But yeah, this one has been super fun to build. I've particularly enjoyed sort of trying to do the outside here. So you got some bugs here still. So like I said, this is currently in progress, but yeah, just trying to sort of get that theme that Shattered Vale has throughout, and just sort of keep that consistent where I can. Obviously, Nacht is a mainly indoor map here, so we got our first special round here as well. So we got the Vermin, so they're coming over from Liberty Town. It'd be a waste not to reuse these ones here, considering the hard work that went into them. My goodness, I am properly getting smacked here. And you know what? Let's go and hit the box again while we can. But we should also have the toxic zombies from Wet Egg, his AI release pack in this one as well. So I feel like it's a nice sort of change. It's not just zombies, you know, as Nacht normally is. So having the variety of the zombies, the vermin, and then the toxic zombies as well. I feel like it's, yeah, it just adds a little bit more personality to the map, which is in line with the Shattered Veil theme, you know. And I also know that the sort of BO6 theme is not for everyone, you know, so sort of similar to what I've sort of expressed with Liberty Town is, you know, if you're looking for Nacht but with just the classic BO3 mechanics, well then realistically probably just makes sense to go and play BO3 Nacht. The idea here is that we are playing sort of a BO6 inspired map, and I guess the intent is for this to be catered more towards people who are modern zombies players but didn't really get a chance to sort of play through and experience these OG classic maps that we grew up with and know and love. So yeah, that is sort of my goal there, is just sort of to bring the classic feel to an old style map and just sort of mesh them up together. And yeah, give modern zombies players that feel. And you know, maybe the other way around as well. Maybe you're someone who has avoided the modern zombies maps and modes because of the mechanics and whatnot. So therefore you haven't actually had a chance to check them out. And so maybe it would be more accommodating for you to play an older map that you are familiar with and sort of get used to those mechanics. So that's sort of my reasoning behind it. I feel like it makes sense to me, but it's not for everyone, which is perfectly fine. Yuck. Let's go on upstairs here. So the upstairs I've sort of converted into like the living and bedroom and whatnot. So we do actually have a power switch in this instance, which is right here. And we're going to go grab Jug from up in this end hallway. And I know that my opinion is a little bit biased because I am the one who made this, but I feel like it does feel very refreshing for me personally just to be able to play Nacht, but in a different style. I don't know, there's just something about it that just sort of jumps out for me. We've got this little area up the top here, which is sort of just like I guess a foyer, and this would ideally just be like leading into other bedrooms and other rooms of the mansion here. All right, I think we're going to need to get ourselves some double tap here quite early on. But of course, if you guys have any suggestions of your own with respect to this map, things I should add, or maybe things I should avoid or take out potentially, by all means, let me know down in the comments below. I definitely appreciate the feedback and the support. Probably once the map itself is ready to go, I will be releasing the early access version via Patreon to Prime and Elite members. That is just a common theme across the board for me. So whilst I may not heavily promote it, if it's not a big feel map like I was doing with Liberty Town, I probably won't advertise it as much. So it is more just I want you guys to know as common knowledge that when I'm working on maps, once they're ready to go, I will be releasing them early via Patreon, and then once we hit the relevant milestones or whatnot, then they'll release publicly as always. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves our double tap here. And just on the note of Liberty Town, so I have had a few questions sort of since the map's release as to when the main Easter egg will be implemented. So I will be doing a dev update on the map when I can, basically just to sort of keep you guys informed as best I can. Essentially what's happening is the main scripter had some personal stuff come up in their life. So they're ultimately at a bit of a standstill with the scripting at the moment. So we're just waiting for them to get back into the mod tools at this point in time. So there is a little bit of a delay on the main Easter egg implementation, as well as sort of certain bug fixes, because I do need to wait for the scripter to get back involved in that. At this point in time, there's nothing to suggest that they're not getting back on board with it. It is just a matter of allowing them the time that they need to sort of, I guess, recuperate, so to speak. So I am giving them that space. I very much appreciate the time and effort that they're putting into the map when they can. So yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys informed as best I can. So if you do have follow-up questions, by all means, feel free to drop by my Discord. Happy to answer questions where I can. But until the scripter is back in action, there won't be any sort of further main updates on that project until we get them back on board. I'm just going to run downstairs here, and we are going to go and grab the box. See what we got here. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that for now. Let's also go and grab ourselves some speed cola. And so it is just the core 4 perks on the map in terms of the physical perk machines. And then we do have the Wonder Fizz here, which will turn on at round 15, as per the same as Liberty Town there. And again, just really emphasizing that I really love how this sort of outside area is turning out so far. Even though we can't go out there, I just feel like it's it was a cool area to work on with respect to sort of transitioning it from the Nacht field to the Shattered Veil field. And we are getting plenty of salvage here as well. So what we'll do is once we get to the end of this round, I'm going to go ahead and work on upgrading one of my guns here. I might do the AK. The arsenal is back in spawn. So that way if you wanted to hang out down in spawn, you've got it down in here. So let's go ahead and upgrade it to a blue rarity. I said I was going to do the AK, didn't I? But I've done the grab. That's all right. And just going to jump back over to here. So this is sort of like my favorite sort of holdout spot. It's pretty in line with the OG Nacht. I think some people tend to prefer to come up the stairs and then go back down into the opposite room. So let me know down in the comments below, guys. What is your preference when, like, what is your preferred strat when you're going for high rounds on Nacht? Do you prefer to go up the stairs first, or do you prefer to go down into the box room and then come upstairs to hold out? And I think what we'll do at the end of this round is I might just sort of go for a little bit of an explore around for you guys, just to show off a little bit more of the map design aspect of it. All right, I think that should be it. Now, for this map, we are going to be having gobblegums. However, I am doing set gobblegums. So this will be the case for Liberty Town as well, but the Liberty Town one will be as an Easter egg reward. You'll unlock the gobblegum machine. For this instance here, I am going to be doing the gobblegum machine active from the get-go, but very specific gobblegums in the machine. So that way it just is a little bit more catered to the playstyle of Nacht. That is my intent there. So if you got any gobblegum suggestions, let me know. But right now I do have 4 already currently set, but I haven't sort of given it too much thought. So yeah, so we've got this room here, which would have been, I don't even know, I guess this would have just been concrete and fucking pillars and whatnot previously. So the idea here is that it is a bedroom that has sort of been blown apart and blown open. And then we've just got obviously all these servers here, as they typically do with Shattered Veil. We are going to be having the infamous cabinet here as well, although this will be tied to an Easter egg to unlock the Wonder Waff. So I will be working on a little quest there to unlock the Wonder Waff. Down the back here, again, just leading into more bedrooms and such that have been just converted into sort of power rooms or electronic like devices or whatever. This is just a general hallway, you know, so, you know, if you just sort of think in line with sort of how this would have been if it weren't destroyed, probably would have been a door here that leads to this hallway. This would have led outside, then this hallway up here would have led to this door up here, as well as this door here, and there would have been a second door that led out of this as well. We've then got this little adjoining room here, so this is just sort of like a little hallway library thing that would connect to another side of the mansion. Again, just more rooms that have been blocked off, just in line with the layout of Nacht. And again, the idea is probably that they would just be bedrooms or other random rooms of the house. Going back downstairs here, so we've got the 2 doors that lead outside, and then this one here just leads to a little bit of a bar / leisurely room, I guess you would call it. And then heading back into spawn. So the idea with the spawn room here, I didn't really know sort of what to do, because the layout of the spawn room of Nacht is very specific, especially when you consider the usage of the pillars. So what I did was I turned it into, I guess, a bit of a library / collector's room. So if you sort of look around here, we've got these little cabinets, and they just have sort of certain artifacts across the COD Zombie series here. So if you sort of go around and explore, you'll see little nods to previous Zombies maps and whatnot. This room over here is a little winery or a wine cellar. And then the two sort of connecting hallways to other areas of the mansion. Got this little sort of dining area here. I wanted to do like a statue of sorts in the middle here, but I didn't really have anything that looked good. So we've just got this grizzly bear in the middle here. Another bedroom over on the back left side. And again, this is sort of just like an upper library area. So very, very sort of familiar feels throughout. I'd like to think that it is very consistent in its own sense. Might feel a little bit repetitive, so for that I do apologize. But yeah, Shattered Veil has a very just sort of consistent theme of its own across the board. What we'll do is let's go and hit the box here. I'm going to see if we can sub out this AK. Get ourselves something decent. Nah, not having that. I do have some ammo stations around the map as well. How much is the armor again? 14k? Jesus. Let's go ahead and progress the round here. And I do believe any moment now we should be having the toxic zombies beginning to spawn in. There are also some BO6 power-up shootables around the map, just in line with the theme of Shattered Vale as well. So we do have the double points over here, just like that. I don't know if these will be the final locations for the power-ups. I'll have to see how we go with that. But that is where one of them is currently, and yeah, I'll see if I need to change them at a later point in time. I think I need to start going for more headshots where I can. I think once we get access to the wonderfoods, I'll grab myself some dead shot anyway. So, all right, let's go ahead and grab ourselves some ammo in our grav. Got enough for the armor now, so I'm going to go downstairs and we will grab you. I need to tweak the spawns a little bit here because they seem to be only spawning in a certain vicinity. And I've realized this whole time that my music is still turned down, so let's get that turned back up so that we can hear the goodness of the round music. So my apologies if the ambience has seemed a little bit lackluster. There is also a music Easter egg on the map as well, so it is just the Shattered Vale music Easter egg. So I'm not going to play it in this video, but for you guys, obviously, you know, once you're playing it, you will have access to do that and play with the Shattered Vale music Easter egg as well. Let's grab this death machine. We might as well try and progress these rounds so we can get through to round 15. Get ourselves tucked into some perks. What do we think? I'd say that's another thing with respect to this version is just like, although there are, you know, mods that allow you to get additional perks like the chaos mod and whatnot, it's interesting playing Nacht with a different array and variety of perks. It's always a bit of a welcome change. Let's try out this MP5. I'm yet to implement the box rarity system and the wall bar rarity system, so I will be looking into getting that into the map at a certain point in time before this map's release. But for now, the only method of upgrading the rarity is through that arsenal. Fingers crossed, it should be a relatively simple installation once I get around to it. And it looks like I've also got the old recoil system on these weapons too. So if anyone wondering about the recoil system, don't worry, this will be changed. I've just yet to sort of get back to this map in a little while. So I think I haven't worked on this map for maybe like 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. I could be getting that wrong, but I pretty much haven't really worked on this since Liberty Town was released. So whenever that was released, that should give you an indication as to how long it's been since I've touched this one. So yeah, don't mind any of these small sort of discrepancies in the way that things feel. These will be changed in the near future. All right, let's go hit the box here. We'll see if we can get ourselves like a ray gun or something. XM4, take it for now. And let's go get ourselves, we'll grab Electric Cherry to start with. Because as you all know, I'm a big fan of Electric Cherry. And I'm surprised we haven't got any of the toxic zombies yet. I'm not sure why. I thought I set it to start by round 10, but I believe it could be that they have a bit of a, like an array of rounds. So it's kind of like between X amount of rounds for them to start spawning in. But I thought that would increase as we go through it. So yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll have to see. All right, I think what we'll do, let's go grab ourselves, oh shit. Thought that was the end of the round. Is that it? Beautiful. All right, let's grab ourselves some dead shot. Also gonna grab, let's say, grab some PhD. I mean, we've got all the money, so we could just grab all the perks. Go Fighter's Fizz and Death Perception for now. Let's go over here for a little bit. We'll switch out to this grab because that's what's got the upgraded rarity on it. I suppose it doesn't matter now because we've got the the insta-kill. And I suppose it doesn't matter now because we've run out of ammo. My mind is just being made up for me. I really want the toxic zombies to start coming into the mix because I just feel like that adds such a nice little bit of personality and flavor to the map. Maybe I set it to 15. I don't know. I could have sworn I set it to 10 though. All right. What we'll do is I'm going to go downstairs and upgrade the rarity of this grav once more. Let's do that. And we don't have enough for that, so that's fine. Let's go for a little bit of a train down here, shall we? if we can anyway. Spin the box, see if we can get something here. Oh, MP5 again. Oh shit. Alright. Let's activate you. I need to go get myself ammo. How much is this? 250. Lovely. And we'll grab it on the XM4 as well. Of course I get a fucking max ammo, bro. My luck is atrocious. I mean, it's not like it costs that much to get the ammo, but still. Oh my god. Get off me. Just get these last few zombies out of the way. There we go. And we got what, one more zombie. That's fine. Alright, let's go. Give me the ray gun. Give me the Wonder Waff. Bazooka? I don't think so. But you know what? Just for the lols, let's grab it. Fingers crossed we don't get stuck with it. Bro, fuck this gun off, I swear. I love how I'm in charge of the weapons that are in the map, and I could choose to not put these shitty weapons in, but that goes against the rules of zombies, you know? My one tip or advice for people who are making custom zombies map is you should always have a variety of both good and bad weapons in the box, because that is the whole premise of the box. It's meant to be a gamble, right? And I never understand it when people go ahead and just put like all good weapons in the box. It's just like, well, where's the incentive or the fun in hitting a box that like the first weapon you get is just going to be great anyway. So the idea is that you spend more points on a wall weapon, which is generally speaking going to be somewhat better, or you pay less points on the box and you roll the dice to see if maybe you can get. I'm gonna fucking die here. Whew. Thank God for Ether Shroud. Yeah, you spend less on the box and hope that you get a good weapon from it rather than a shit one. It's not hard. It's pretty bare bones knowledge, you know. Ooh, PPSH. Don't mind if I do. Honestly, I could be tempted to keep this. What we'll do while we're waiting is let's grab that and that. Do I worry about getting mule kick? That's the question. I mean, yeah, fuck it. Why not? Be rude not to. I know it's a disservice to my boy Conjurer, but I'll get it. And I guess with that, we are fully perked up. Only thing really left to do here now is get our weapon up to the highest rarity. And since there's no currently accessible Pack-a-Punch, we don't really have a Pack-a-Punch to work for. I mean, technically there is Pack-a-Punch on the map, but there's just no means of getting to it without using mods or commands and whatnot. So, oh shit, get into this real quick. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Oh my god, no, I'm dead. I went to slide and it didn't work. It could be at the end here, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have any Ether Shroud? No, I don't. Right. Okay, fuck. What do I do? I could pop the round robin. Oh. All right, that was a decision. All right, first things first. Quick revive, jug, double tap, speed. It's gonna have to be. Can we pull off a clutch here, ladies and gentlemen? That is the question. Can we make this happen? Hopefully you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you are, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That way you guys can stay up to date with all my posted videos and get more content like this. In addition, if you guys are interested in making maps of your own, such as I have done with this one here, I am doing a tutorial series on the channel. If you're new to Radiant or the mod tools, or you'd otherwise like to consider joining for the first time and endeavoring into that journey, go check those tutorials out. They're very new and up-to-date tutorials. They're still currently in progress. The idea is to have more fleshed out videos that walk you through the process of making a map from start to finish. Once we've sort of covered the bulk and the meat and the potatoes of the tutorials there, I will be looking to do some more niche tutorials on just sort of minor things that may not apply to everyone, but could come in useful. The idea is just to sort of walk through and sort of go through the process of adding certain features, certain mechanics, certain, you know, release packs off DevRaw, things like that. So that way you have some visibility of someone else who's installing a pack for the first time and is able to troubleshoot where needed. It's one thing that I definitely appreciated when I was first starting out, was watching people install packs that were released on like ModMe, for instance. Oh no, he mentioned ModMe, kill him! And I always valued the being able to watch them install it from start to finish, because if they encountered issues or they encountered errors, then there was someone there that you could sort of watch go through it. And if you had that same issue or error, you'd have that visual representation on how to fix it. So that is my intent there, and that will be coming out towards the end of the tutorial series once we finish the main part of making the map from start to finish. So yeah, go give those a watch if you'd like. But otherwise, if you're here just for the gameplay playthroughs, perfectly fine as well. Generally speaking, I will interchange. I'm about to get slapped. But I'm feeling very stressed right now because I don't know where to go. Ooh. I got to keep an eye on this ammo situation too, because I'm running low. Alright, here we go. This could be an opportunity to skim through, grab some ammo. Just like that. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Oh. No. Oh my god. Alright. Bro, there keeps being more zombies than I'm anticipating. Get out of here. Okay. Alright. We are back. Deadshot. Elemental. PhD. We go Scavenger. Electric Cherry. Stamina. Okay. Let me get my fucking armor back on real quick. Ooh. How much is the next upgrade? Is it 5 grand? I think it is, right? 5,000 salvage. I was just about to say I'd love an opportunity to go hit the box. Maybe this could be it. We'll run out this death machine or hit the nuke, and then I'm going to run down and see if I can get something. Right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Bam, 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 bam. Let's get all this salvage. Move out of my way. We don't have mule kick anymore, so we need to be mindful of that. So we're going to be swapping out this. No. Fuck. Let's see what we get from this. Maybe we can get something worth our while. What do we get? What was that? Board games, repairs. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I thought this gobblegum would be a good one for Nacht because, you know, Nacht being the first zombies map we ever had, and the whole premise of it being like a rebuild the barriers to survive kind of thing. Like, it was more heavily present in that map, I'd like to think. I thought this one was a good one to pop in because it sort of takes you back to the roots of zombies to rebuild those barriers. It makes it a little bit more of a realistic goal when it comes to Nacht. You know, Nacht isn't overly massive, but once you start opening up the areas and there's lots of windows to come through, yeah, I thought this one was a good one to chuck in there. We probably should have gone and hit the box while we had a chance, but that is okay. Let's hit this once more real quick. Love to get some monkeys even. XM4 again, really? And yeah, there definitely seems to be some kind of issue with the toxic zombies. I don't know what it is. They were definitely working last time I played it, so I don't know if maybe something's been bugged out. I know I recently did reinstall Wet Egg's sort of AI pack release sort of thing. That realistically shouldn't have any bearing on this map though, because I didn't update this map. So I don't know what the situation there is. So my apologies that we're not able to see that one in this video here, so I'll have to look into it and make sure it's all working fully for the main release. What we'll do, let's go ahead and grab ourselves Death Perception, because I do very much value the ability to see when zombies are coming up my ass.
What?
Wait. It sounds very suggestive. You guys know what I mean though. I just want to make sure I don't get myself trapped into some kind of fucking corner. Come on, ray gun. Bro, I swear I keep getting the same fucking like 6 guns. One would think that I've got no fucking weapons in the box aside from these 5 or 6. We've got enough now for our legendary rarity, so as soon as I have a chance to do that, I will be. These guys are getting stuck on the stairs. Interesting. Haven't seen that pile up before. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like my elemental pop's not activating too, is it? What's the deal there? Why does everything feel so fucking broken right now? Like, everything was working last time I played this map. Alright, note to self. Fix every single bug that there is known to man. But very specifically, make sure I fix the pile-up issues. and make sure I fix the toxic zombies and the elemental pop. For whatever reason, it's not seeming to work. Let's go and upgrade the rarity of this gun. I'm also going to pop... Let's pop... We'll put fireworks on. We'll see if this works. Let's go ahead and grab mule and fighters. There we go. Now we're talking. So we'll see if this works, because with how many bugs there are on this fucking map that it seems to be, I wouldn't be surprised if the fucking things aren't working. Right, so it all seems to be working pretty well. So far, so good anyway. This could have been a mistake, but I'm going to persist because I've done everything that I need to do anyway. I'm expecting to die, but then I get a death machine and life is cruisy. So I refuse to switch weapons. Whatever I get pop up is the gun I'm going to use until I die. Oh no, I'm dying. Oh dear. Oh, we've got a connection interrupted. Bro, don't you love being a map maker who just has fucking a plethora of bugs? Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this video for today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you want to help me get my channel and videos out to the right audience or help my channel to grow, consider leaving a like and a comment, as it does help by allowing the YouTube algorithm direct my content to more people like you. In addition, if you want to see more content like this, you know how it works. Click on that subscribe button down below and you can keep updated with all my posted videos. Until then, check out one of the 2 videos on the screen if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.